Hi everyone, this is Jacqueline T.D. Huynh and welcome to my 19th day of my 30-day Facebook Live challenge. And if you guys have been following me, I want to thank you. If you're just joining us, I want to thank you too. So this part has been my 4-part series. I talked about 4 parent behaviors to avoid, and today is the 4th behavior. So if you haven't listened to, hey Lucas, hello, long time no talk, you better call me. Before I get into the 4th parent behavior to avoid, I want to introduce myself again. This is Jacqueline T.D. Huynh, and I am the owner of Integrative Minds and also the host and producer of my radio show called Parent Pump Radio. And Lucas has been on my radio show. My goal is to help parents become influential. We want to be able to influence our children and to be able to guide them throughout their life and be that leader that they can look up to. I always think of the great leaders like MLK and JFK and Gandhi and Madame Teresa who, are just able to move people to follow them. And that's what I want us as parents to be able to do. In the notes, you'll see the link to my radio show called Parent Pump Radio. Please tune in to us every Wednesday. We have a new show, or you can just go back and listen to our previous shows. I would love for you to follow me on YouTube. All these videos are posted on my YouTube channel at integrativeminds.com. So let's get into the 4th parent behavior to avoid. Like I said, we want to be able to influence our children, right? Do you want to be able to guide them through their childhood? What's the secret to being able to do these things? What it is having a healthy, connected relationship with your children. And I have been using Dr. John Gottman's 4 parent behavior to avoid. This is actually from Dr. Gottman. He's a world-renowned relationship expert. And I have looked to him for a long, long time. He has done so many research on discovering how relationships thrive and how they fail. And these 4 behaviors are things that he said we should avoid if we want to have a strong, healthy relationship, really with anybody. I mean, I'm making it specific for the children, but if it's your spouse, it's your girlfriend, boyfriend, your parents, anybody. Right, and when you have this knowledge and this understanding of these 4 pitfalls and the solutions around it, you can build an amazing relationship with those people around you, especially your children and your family. So, the 4th horseman is what Dr. Gottman calls it, is stonewalling. Now, stonewalling is withdrawing. Hi, Priya. Happy birthday to your twins. So stonewalling is withdrawing from any conversation before someone feels that the issue is settled. I can think of 2 instances where parents use this. One is when they withdraw themselves emotionally, when they're so frustrated with their child and they give the child the cold shoulder or the silent treatment. The other is ending the conversation with a disregard for your child's position. Hi Priya, we're saying something like, we're not going to discuss this. This is my decision and it's final and that's it. Now, I understand there are times when something is not up for discussion, like it is bedtime, it's late, and they have to go and there's no more excuses, right? And you got to put your foot down those times. But when this is the norm in the relationship, when the child feels that he or she doesn't have a voice and then there's no one to go to, like he's just kind of in a corner, then what he's feeling is that their viewpoint doesn't matter to us. And what's going to happen, what results from that, is they'll eventually stop trying to talk to us at all because they don't feel like what their viewpoint, what their thoughts, what their emotion is important anymore. So an example of stonewalling is ignoring your child's attempt or you're trying to attempt to manipulate their behavior, right? So like I said, it's this is not up for discussion. We're not going to talk about it. It doesn't matter what you think. My decision is made, and I don't want to hear it. So that's what you is an example of stonewalling. Now, how do you fix it, right? Because we all want to fix it. So if anger or frustration or any of those negative emotion is causing you to put up that wall, to shut down, then the solution is that you got to learn how to self-soothe yourself emotionally. You know, we talked in earlier days that a great way would be to go meditate, go take a walk, go take a shower, right? Change your state of being so that you can get back into your body, because when you're angry or frustrated, your soul is like leaving your body, right? Because you hear yourself later on saying, I'm so sorry, that wasn't me. I would never say something like that, right? Because when you're in that negative state, literally you're leaving your body. So you've got to change your state of being somehow so that you can come back in your body before you say or do anything you regret. So take a break from the conversation, calm down, come back and say, I need to calm down. I'll be back in 20 minutes. Don't just leave, because then there's no, you know, the child doesn't know if you're just turning your back on him or her, or you're just taking a break. So you want to say, I need to take a break. So give me 30 minutes and we're going to continue this. So that way they know. Now, if you're purposely stonewalling in attempt to manipulate your child's behavior, then you should really think about this as think of it as, would you want your child to do this to you, right? Would you be upset if your child was giving you the silent treatment until you change your mind about, I don't know, letting them see the movie they want again? I know I wouldn't like it if they were giving me a silent treatment. So one tip that I think would really help avoid all of the 4 horsemen that we've talked about the last 4 days is to create a culture of respect in your relationship with your child. Now, in my 3-month program, we spent a whole week on developing a culture for your family. You hear this culture, like the Google culture. It's basically developing a way of living in your family, and respect would be one of your top core values, and you develop that around it. So it's not only possible to respectfully correct and discipline a child, but it actually is the key for a healthy relationship. So tomorrow, we're going to talk about if you blew it, right? Because the last 4 days, we talked specifically about these 4 horsemen, these behaviors that is not helpful in a relationship. So what happens if you blew it? Because we're human, it happens, right? We are going to yell accidentally. We don't realize it. So if you blew it, now what? So tune in tomorrow. That's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. And I want to leave you with a great quote. Change can happen in an instant, but you have to take that chance and make that choice. Hi, Michelle. Thank you for joining. And when you master choice, you're going to master your destiny. Think about that. Okay, so have a great Friday night. I'm so glad you guys are home to join me. So if you want more information, go ahead and email me at info@integrativeminds.com. Thank you, Michelle. And if you enjoy this video, if it's helpful, please share the video. You can find all the videos on my YouTube channel at Integrative Minds. And I will continue posting. So have a great night.